Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is our third lesson, and we have learned a lot of letters in previous lessons, like alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, and we will start now with dal and dhal. Then we will learn ra and zain. Then we will learn sin and sheen. Then sad and dad. Then finally ta and dha. Okay, now we will start with dal. Dal is like D in English, and we write it like this way. Okay, we start it like this, and we also end it in the same way, so we write it in one way. The next letter is dhal, and in this letter we will learn how to pronounce it. We make our tongue out of our mouth and say like the picture: dhal, dhal, dhal. Okay, dhal. How can we write it? It is like the same previous letter dal, but we put a dot above it like this. So easy. The next is ra, and it's like R in English. Okay, ra. How can we write it? Like this video, we start on the line, then we make a tail like this. See it again. Okay, the next is similar to this letter, but we put a dot above it. We will see it. Zal. It's like they or z in English. It's pronounced like za, za, without make our tongue out of our mouth. So it is like za, z. How can we write it like the previous one, ra, but we put a dot above it like this. Okay, so let's go to the next letter. Okay, it's different and new shape. We will learn it. It is seen, seen. Yeah, it's the same pronouns of S in English, and the word seen is like the past of C. So it's like S in English, so easy to pronounce. Okay, how can we remember it or write it? Let's go to see. Like that. Teeth, front teeth, and there is a tail come out of it like this. Okay, see, How can we write it? There is two options. First option is this example when we write it in the end of the word, and in this example when we write it in the beginning and middle of the word. Let's see the video. A teeth and a tail. This part is like front teeth. See it again. A teeth. Yes. Then a tail. Okay. And the next is sheen, and is like the previous letter seen, but we put 3 dots or 3 poles above it, and it is pronounced like sh in English, sheen, like this, sheen, sheen. A tail and front teeth, and there is 3 poles above it. How can you write it? It is the same. We can write it in the beginning like this, and in the middle and in the end of the word like this in the left. Let's see the video. A teeth and tail and 3 dots. Okay. Let's see the next. Okay, it's a new okay, it's a new letter, and it is pronounced like sad. Sad. Yeah, it's look like the S in English, but you make it a little bit hard, and you stretch your lips forward to make it right way, like sad, sad, like that, sad. You can imagine a triangle like this, and there is a tail come out of it like this. How can we write it? In the beginning of the word we write it like this yellow letter, and the end of the word we can write it like this way in the left. A triangle and a tail. Dad, it's like D in English, but you make it hard and you straight your lips forward. Dad, 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 like this. Dad. A triangle and a tail and a dot above it. How can we write it? Dad, we can write it like this. It's the sister of Sad, but we put a dot above it like this. Ta, it is like T in English, but it is hard T, and you straight your lips forward too. Ta, ta, make it hard a little bit. Okay, how can we? Ta. write it. It is a triangle and there is a stick in the left like this. See, like this. Okay, how can we write it? We write it like this video. A triangle and there is a stick in the left like this. So easy. Va, you make your tongue out of your mouth and you straight your lips forward. It is like the in English, but you make your tongue out of your mouth like va, va, va. It is like a triangle and a stick and there is a pole above it. So how can we write it? It is like the previous one, ta, but you put a dot above it. Triangle and stick and a dot. Okay, so easy. Okay, let's go to our homework. We have here dal. In the beginning it is the same like middle and the same like end, so it's easy to remember. You will write it from above to below, down. Her sister is val. It is the same in beginning and middle and end of the word. You will write it from above to below like that. And Ra and Zain, they are sister too, but Zain has a dot above it. There is examples for these letters: Dal, Val, Ra, Zain. For dal, the example is dub. In the beginning of the word dub, and in the end of the word walad, walad, dub, walad. Like D in English, the next letter is val, and the example is ذهب, ذهب. Okay, the next is Ra and Zain. Our example is the same because it have the two letters. It is Urz. For Ra, it is the middle here. Urz, Urz, and Zain, it is like Z, Urz, Z, 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 Urz. Okay, it's complicated now, but you will learn it, inshallah. Second group is Sin, and you have to learn how to write it in the beginning and in the middle and in the end of the word. And its sister is Sheen, in beginning and middle and end of the word. Then Sad and its sister Dad, and Ta, it is like T but it's hard, and Va. Okay, you make your tongue out for your mouth when you pronounce it. Va. Okay, you will write it. Um, then examples: Seen and Sheen. They are sisters, and we write it in the same way, but in Sheen we put 3 dots above it. Okay, in Seen, our example is Asad, 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 and the next is Asas, Asas. So Seen is like S in English. The next one is Sheen. It's like SH in English. Sheen. Our example is Shar and Bashush. The next is Sad. It is like S in English, but it's hard S. Sad. Our example is Sahib. Then its sister Dad. It's like hard D in English. Our example is Daraba. Then Ta. It is like hard T in English. Our example is Tib. Then the last one is Va. You make your tongue out of your mouth. Our example is Varf. Varf. Okay, so it's the end of our lesson, and I am waiting for your homework, inshallah. Salam.